Earlier this week, South Dakota Governor Kristi Noem told us that cartels are taking advantage of the reservations in her state. She even alleged that in some cases, the cartels are operating with the protection of tribal leaders. Have you brought proof of this to the Department of Justice? That's a very serious allegation.
The Department of Justice absolutely knows that this is true, that this is happening, and we have all the information that these cartels are operating out of there, that they are manipulating these poor communities, and that we have more crimes, murders, drugs, and trafficking that's happening, and it's coming off of these reservations and going throughout the Midwest and the rest of the country.
We can't confirm Governor Noem's allegations of tribal collusion with the cartels, but we take this issue seriously, so we dug into the story. Our next guest knows all about it. Stacy Zinn is a former Montana DEA resident agent in charge. She worked in the state during a critical time between 2010 and 2020. The rate of overdose deaths among Native Americans in Montana was more than twice that of white residents in Montana. Stacy joins us now. Thanks so much for joining us. I just want to get your reaction to Governor Kristi Noem's comments. She's been banned from several reservations for alleging that tribal leaders are in collusion with the cartels. Did you see anything like that happening in Montana?
We see that the cartels do prey on the individuals on the Native American community. As for the leadership being in cahoots with them, it depends on the individual. There has been cases where you have some individuals in the higher ranking tribal committee that may be doing some things they shouldn't do. That has been addressed in the past. But in our most recent case, we did not see the leadership get involved directly with the cartels.
You did say you noticed a pattern when you got to Montana on how the cartels would work their way onto the reservations. They target young women.
The cartels are they're very interesting to watch because they try to get their tentacles out and to start dating the young Native American women. And what they do is once they start that relationship is that when we start seeing the movement of them bringing more people onto the reservation and then also bringing in their drugs. What they do from there is that they start setting up shop. And unfortunately, once the women get involved with these individuals, then it's a little bit too late because, number one, they may be given these drugs and they may become addicted to these drugs, or they may purchase these drugs and then they're now in debt to these cartel members. And the cartel then now has put their tentacles into them and their family.
Yeah, and there's a lot of money to be made. These pills with fentanyl cost like 25 cents to make in Mexico. They're selling for as much as $100 a pill on these reservations.
That is correct. You can actually make the pill as little as 4 cents. And then up in the northern part of the reservations in Montana, you can sell it as high as $100. Sometimes, if there's been a big seizure, the price will even jump up to about $120.
It's supply and demand because it's so rural
Absolutely.
And so spread out. There isn't a lot of places, so they can jack up the price there.
Absolutely.
So there's a real issue of law enforcement here that makes this incredibly difficult because reservations are sovereign land. Police agencies can't come onto the land, and yet tribal police can't arrest anybody who's not a member of the tribe. Explain this for me.
Well, okay, so you have state police or local law enforcement do not have the ability to get onto the sovereign land, to the reservations. That is why you need more drug agents at the federal level, such as the Drug Enforcement Administration, DEA, or BIA, to be able to work these investigations. FBI also has the capability of working these investigations, and normally DEA and FBI and BIA will team up together because there is a lack of boots on the ground here in the state of Montana. Yeah. It's very sad.
Stacy Zinn, it is a real issue there, and it seems like these cartels are taking advantage of what they have identified as this legal loophole, which is that the local police agencies can't come on reservation land, and tribal police can't arrest anybody who isn't a member of the tribe, and we don't have enough federal agents like yourself doing the important work. Gosh, I hope by shining some light on that, we can get you more attention and more resources. Stacy, thank you so much for joining us tonight. Thanks so much for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.